everyone, and welcome back to Moody Mare Diaries. It has been quite a while since we've done our last jumping one because oh, Casper's yawning in the distance there. I think he wants his bed. Because Blondie's had like a couple of little issues which has made me not jump her in 5 weeks. Belle doesn't really get jumped, as some of you may know, and Jade has been out of work completely as well. Same as Casper, he's quite constantly out of work. But yeah, so we're finally bringing you a jumping vlog again, and it's just going to be me going to my lesson down at the local indoor. And thank God we are going to the indoor because it is absolutely pouring outside. So yeah, down at the local indoor, and it is with David Harland, who I've never met before, never seen before, so I don't really know what to expect, but I've heard good things. But yeah, I have been like debating whether I was debating whether to book it or not for ages, because I was like, oh, I don't know how she'll be. Like, she's been a little bit like fiery recently. It's making me a bit nervous because I've not jumped her in so long. Not so long, but 5 weeks for me is just like, I've just not left the ground in quite a wee while, and it's brought me a little bit of nerves. However, I am sure that once we do one or two, we will be like flowing and it'll be fine. But I am just a bit nervous that like I kind of like embarrass myself, that she's a bit too like speedy. I know she's in season just now. She got clipped 2 days ago, so she'll be cold. But I had to clip her because she was absolutely sweating last week's flat work lesson. So yeah, there's a few things that can make it not so good. But evidently, in the end, I booked it and was like, if anything goes wrong, then at least I've got an instructor on the ground. He can maybe give me some exercises to work on, some ways that I can use my body in different ways to slow her down, that maybe another instructor's not picked up on before, or maybe I've not picked up on before, the way I use my hands, my seat, my legs. So yeah, I'm talking quick because I'm nervous, but oh, hopefully it'll be okay, hopefully we'll be fine. But either way, we're going, we're doing it, have to do it at some point, so wish me luck, guys. I'm already not getting good vibes from today. I'm absolutely drenched. I kind of wanted a cute picture with Blondie, but I guess that's not happening today. What a state. Blondie also didn't come in looking $1,000,000, I wouldn't say, because she had mud all over her mane. I've taken out the plates, it's sitting like okay-ish, still a bit groggy, but you know, we've made do. Just put the hay net in my trailer, and I'm wishing so bad that, oh my god, a big drip just went down my sleeve. I'm wishing so bad that my trailer didn't have this middle partition, because I don't think I'll have room to get Blondie ready on here. She'll have to come off and get tied up, get soaking, get cold, and she won't be happy, and I won't be happy. So not the best vibes so far. So we've arrived safe and sound, a little bit too early as always because I'm ridiculously organised. So we've got about 25 minutes until I'm actually needing to be in. So Blondie's just going to wait in the trailer just now because I don't want her to get completely drenched. And Claire and my boyfriend Cameron are both on their way to take some videos of me and watch me hopefully not die. I think I'm just going to go nip inside the indoor and be a little bit nosy and see like what kind of exercises and jumps there is set up whilst I'm waiting. So hopefully they look nice and kind. Okay, so there's loads of jumps set up at like 110 or something, but evidently won't be doing those. But no, there's a couple of grids set up which I'm actually really excited for. Like, if I could say what I wanted to do today, it would be grids in terms of jumping, because I don't do them often, but I keep hearing time and time again that it slows horses down and makes them focus. I just know that I'm way to say that just now, and it's not going to work. But yeah, we may as well give it a try, see what David thinks, and yeah, I feel a bit more confident after seeing the nice low grids that are set up, and hopefully Blondie's feeling confident. So I've tried to make clipping not an excuse to misbehave, because I rugged her right up. She's got her fleece on and her winter rug on to keep her cosy just before we get her ready. So yeah, I'm gonna hope that she doesn't use that as an excuse to be cold and wired. Hey Blonde. I'm actually so sad because I washed her mane like literally like 3 days ago, and it's already so poo stained. Poo, mud, I don't know what it is. Palominos in winter are the worst.
Hello, this is probably the first time you're seeing me in this video, and by probably I mean, yeah, it definitely is the first time you've seen me in this video, since I've not said anything on the video yet. But we are here for Joanna's lesson at Bractillo. It is a very good day to be in an indoor because it is rank outside today, like genuinely so rank and freezing. And Joanna's just popped in to say that we're here, and she said it's even colder inside than it is outside, but at least it's dry. But I don't know, I've got my hat on and I've got some layers, but I mucked out before this and I got soaking, so I'm a good friend being here today. End of story.
I'm actually lost right now. Help. This is why I don't do martingales. Help.
Looks great, Joanna, that's exactly where it was meant to be.
Maybe that goes through there. No.
No.
So initially I just went into the indoor and introduced myself to David Harland, introduced Blondie, explained a bit about her age, what I was wanting to do with her, how long I'd had her for, etc. And just gave him a bit of an idea of what she was like as well, and what she would go like jumping. But ultimately he had to see what she was like himself, so he got us to just start circling around all the jumps, trying to work on bending, getting her supple, and he picked up that my inside leg could be on quite a bit more, and I could be using my outside hand a bit more to like slow her down and get that inside bend. So we just started off with this exercise, the simple exercise, just going in a circle, trying to get a bit more of an inside bend. So with that first exercise, we only had the one pole. David just wanted to see how she was coping with that and whether she'd get fizzy. With these 3 trotting poles, she certainly did get a little bit more excited. She kind of just wanted to tell me that she knew her job and I didn't need to do anything. And that's exactly what we were planning on changing this lesson, was for me to have like a bit more of a say in how she was jumping, a little bit more control with my reins, a lot more leg on, and just getting her like really supple and comfortable. As you can see, that attempt was much better already, although she is a little bit more tense on her left rein. So I was just coming around again to do that. But yeah, I think going back to basics with Blondie and just starting off with poles on the ground was a really good idea, because she can sometimes see a pole and think, oh, we're jumping straight away, get really excited. So this was really letting her like calm down before we started the main exercises. So everything was going smoothly with the trot, so we began our canter work. We started off on our better rein, which I was pleased about, but not that pleased because it didn't go that smoothly the first time. She broke back down into trot there, which means that I didn't have enough leg on. I encouraged her to canter just before the poles, and we just got totally unbalanced, a little bit flustered. So back into canter, and we're just going to canter right around the poles, not over them this time, just to establish a nice rhythmical canter. And I was just to focus on really sitting in the saddle, using so much leg, pushing her over, using my hands to keep her steady whilst using leg, and yeah, that was quite a nice pop. A little bit of a change of rhythm just before it, so again, just trying to recollect, and this time we get quite a nice, steady, easy pop over that pole, and yeah, I was really pleased with that, and so was David. So we went on to our worst rein, and again, we were just trying to establish that rhythmical canter and try and get her to not speed up or slow down, or change the way she was moving in any way right before a pole, and then that should in turn reflect when she's jumping. But yeah, as you can see here, she is a little bit more keen on this rein, a little bit more speedy. That one was a lot better. The first one she put in a bit of a hop, but yeah, David was just asking us to go from trot to canter, and you could see her getting a little bit annoyed with me there because we'd gone back to trot, but he was thinking that if we just keep changing the paces as well, it gives her more to think about. So I think that changing the paces, changing the amount of poles, etc. was really getting her to think, and letting me take control because she didn't know what was going to be happening next. So you can see there, even though her head was a little bit in the air, she was really slow and steady. She didn't know whether I was going to ask her to canter, slow down, speed up. So yeah, she was really listening to my aids. I think by this point you could already see quite a big difference in her canter. She seemed really calm. David was telling me to ride her with my C, ride her a bit more leg to hand, use quite a lot of leg on her, but then correct it with my hand as well. And even though she had a little bit of a tiz there when I turned her into the set of, I think it was 4 poles with a wee 50cm jump at the end, she was listening and she was obedient. And I wouldn't say she was particularly zoomy. But yeah guys, this is when I started to feel a huge difference. I was really sitting up and in my saddle, and look, she literally does not speed up at all going into that grid just there. And when I tell you, it was the best feeling ever for it to all come together. I was like completely shocked. That was a bit messy there, but I won't let that take away from how good that little grid was there. So yeah, David was then just getting me to pop over that grid a couple of times, and then we went back to canter on the other rein and start with going back over the poles on that rein, and just to get her resettled on the other rein because her right rein is significantly better. So yeah, once me and David both thought that we'd cracked the little grid, we started incorporating a couple of things together. See again there, she wasn't wound up or fizzy. Coming back off her worst rein, she's a lot calmer, a lot smoother. She just felt really nice to ride. So we were just doing a circle in the corner there just to recollect, and then coming over what used to be the pole in the middle as a little jump. And yeah, she did speed up a little bit there, but it was fairly easy to get her back. She came back to trot straight away, and we just had to recollect and try again. So for her not to fizz up, we then done a bigger circle in canter, just to get that rhythm again, try and focus on myself a bit more, because I think the way I ride her makes a huge difference. So just sitting up tall, really using my inside leg to push her over, my outside hand to keep her steady. She did break out a trot again there, but we collected a lot nicer than we would have at the start of the lesson. Just circling again to make sure that we've really got a nice rhythm. And no, this attempt wasn't 100% perfect either, but I felt like she wasn't pulling me and I was able to control her more and have a bit of a say in how we done it. So again, just coming again, pushing her right up the wall, giving her the best line up I could, sitting up tall, and we absolutely nailed that attempt. I love that one, that was good. But yeah, I think if you know what Blondie can jump like, and how speedy and flustered she can be, the improvement here is actually crazy. I felt like I was a totally different rider, totally different pony. It was so nice to be in a bit more of control. Even when she didn't get it right, she still tried her heart out, didn't get annoyed or speedy. We came away from it. I gave her a pat there, and she coped really, really well. And to finish off, we just put everything together. We done the wee grid, which she done lovely. It was such a nice feeling to not have her speed up under you or tense up under you. We then came to the middle jump, really used our corners, and again, really nice rhythm, popped that lovely. Almost got a wee bit speedy in the corner there, but I managed to sit up, sit back, and we ended with a really slow little pop there. So that was great, so good. I've just gotten back to the yard and oh my god, I hate when your hat does that, like rubs half your makeup off. Why did I even bother wearing makeup? Well, because I thought I was going to get a photo with my pony, but it was minging. And okay, so my lesson was unreal. Like, I am so happy by that. The moment I was on, I lost all nerves and I felt like a wee bit, like I was just hoping for the best at the start, but like, oh, she was so good. I was so happy. Like, I always knew that we kind of like needed to go back to basics with jumping, but I just hadn't had a chance, like almost. I've not had a proper jumping instructor like help me out yet, and it was amazing just having someone like set up the grids to her striding, be able to like really know what they're talking about on the ground, helping me out, and like just like the slightest like tweaks made all the difference. Like, I didn't ride like entirely different. I didn't feel like I wasn't like, oh my god, like I should have done this. Like, it was just like tiny little things, and it just helped immensely. And I feel like now that we've gotten those like basics, that we can just like keep improving on them and then like put it all together, because I know that she's got like obviously the big nice jump. She's usually really careful, so I feel amazed that went so well. Oh my god. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with David Harland as my jumping instructor. He just really knew what to do for her, and I feel like as well sometimes I get instructors who just like automatically brand off Blondie as a fiery pony, which is fair enough, like she has that in her, but like he didn't once like say like, oh, she was too sprightly, we need to slow her down, we need to calm her down, like at all. Like if there was like little bits and bobs where she was like fighting with me, we just ignored it, we just kept working on what we were working on, and she wasn't getting hot-headed in any way, shape or form, and we like didn't have to brand her as that, and we just got on with it like a normal pony rider combination would, and it worked amazing. By the way, that clip was so well needed. Look at her face. Babe, what's that? But oh yeah, we've not got a horrible sweaty neck. She's got an itchy face though. So that concludes the vlog. I did try and video an outro at the yard, but it had gotten so dark, so wait until I got home. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm sorry it wasn't as exciting as you may have thought it was going to be with no mental moments or falling off, but I'm not that sorry because I really didn't want that to happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching again. If you enjoyed, then keep watching our videos, like, comment, subscribe, tell us what you want to see. But yeah, thank you so much.